There's one thing we learned this week. It's just how important it is to wash your hands to avoid getting sick with the coronavirus. You'd like to think workers do the same when handling your food at a restaurant, right? But that's just one of the nearly 50 violations inspectors found at a new Port Richey gem. 10 News reporter Bo Zimmer takes us to Johnny Grit's Southern Fresh in the NPR in tonight's Restaurant Red Alert.
Along busy Main Street in Newport Richey, customers gather for brunch on the outdoor patio.
Well, their eggs benedicts are really good here.
Linda Krotz and her husband Bernie eat here at Johnny Grit's all the time while visiting from Canada.
Food's always good, yeah.
And
whether it's for dinner or for brunch or breakfast.
But the two were unaware less than a week earlier this restaurant was temporarily shut down by state health inspectors as an emergency closure. The restaurant racking up 47 violations, small flying insects around the kitchen, an employee not properly washing their hands before putting on gloves, possible cross-contamination with raw ground beef stored in the same container with ready-to-eat roast beef, and live roaches near the salad make station, under the knife rack, and crawling around the tables and seats in the dining room. More roaches and roach excrement found in the bin with the utensils and on a shelf with clean dishes.
it's not good at all, quite frankly. Where we are in Canada, we would think we aren't going near that restaurant, and where we live in Ontario, we wouldn't go near that restaurant, would we?
Right. We showed the long list of violations to customers.
That's not okay anywhere, whether you're out in a restaurant or in your own house. Wow.
Right. So 10 News stopped in, checking to see what the restaurant was doing to get the violations corrected.
Yeah, we've completely resolved it, actually.
The restaurant was closed down for 5 days. Manager Michael O'Neill says when he returned, even he was surprised by the owner's complete renovation of the kitchen.
That's been completely painted, sprayed.
Right.
Everything is complete. It looks like a brand new kitchen back there.
He says the state inspector who finally cleared the restaurant to reopen was extremely thorough.
She's doing her job. I think she maybe gives the restaurant a push that they probably needed.
O'Neill says management has now brought in new pest control and is taking steps to ensure the same violations don't happen again.
But now we have new protocols and new regiments and new, there's checklists for everything, and they're all really trying right.
And despite their disappointment over all the violations, the Krotzes decided to give Johnny Grit's another shot.
They were bad violations, sure.
Yeah.
But if they have it all cleaned up, and maybe it's a lesson learned.
I would say now's the time. It's better than ever, cleaner than ever.
You can see Johnny Grit's took those violations seriously and did something about it. And they were far from the only restaurant shut down last week. Cristiano's Pizza and Pasta, which is actually right next door, was also temporarily closed. The two, they share the same building. You can check out our map and all of last week's emergency closures along with their inspection reports. That's at WTSP.com/Red Alert.